Hello everyone, and welcome to the next installment of the co-authored Spotlight series that I'm doing with my fellow co-authors. Together we are writing and co-creating a new and upcoming book which is titled A Woman's Journey to Empowerment. And today I am joined by Christine Farnham. I'm so happy to have Christine here to talk about, you know, the wonderful things that Christine is bringing into the world, and also a bit about the chapter without the spoilers, and you know, a little bit of our experience from the back end of creating and writing a book together. So before I begin, I would like to give an acknowledgement of country. So I, Louise O'Reilly of the Wadawa and Noongar people, would like to acknowledge the Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nation as the traditional and ongoing custodians of the lands and waters on which I am on today. I pay respect to the elders here, and I would also like to acknowledge the custodians on the lands in which Christine is on and pay respects to the elders in that place as well. Okay, thank you so much for joining me, Christine.
Excited.
Oh, me too. The amazing juiciness that comes out of these conversations is always so much fun. And, you know, just the conversation itself I find is very expansive. So just imagine what happens when, you know, our people are actually reading these books that we're creating together.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. So amazing. So much magic in there. Just incredible.
Yes. So the first question I have for you, which is the same for all the co-authors, is can you tell us a little bit about yourself and the amazingness that you're bringing to the world?
Yeah, so I'm an intuitive mentor, and what I do is intuitively I can see things that others don't, and it's as natural as breathing to me. So the reason why I call myself an intuitive mentor is because I teach energetic healing. I teach people how to help heal themselves. I do that through theta healing. And I started off with doing it as Reiki, but it's more gone into, you know, the energies are different. So I love to play with universal energies and have downloads. And, yeah, I help people to just live the best version of themselves for themselves. And I'm very passionate about that because I feel like the more people living in their joy and doing what they love and being true to themselves, the happier the world will be. So, yay.
Oh, yes. And, you know, that's such in, I can see a parallel with my Noongar culture with that as well, because we have a Dreamtime story, which is the first Dreamtime story about the carers of everything. And we are the carers of everything, like everything. But that doesn't mean as individuals we care for everything. It means that we have our own passions, our own totem system and our own drives. And if we care for that one thing and make sure that is cared for, we are in turn caring for ourselves and that thing, and then everything is looked after.
Most definitely. Yeah. And that's why I formed my business, Eternal Lotus, 5 years ago now, just because it became such a passion to help others and keep, you know, stay on that track. And as I have grown and expanded and changed and transformed and healed so much stuff as well along the way, so too is my business transformed. And then that is just that effect, and it expands, it helps people doing in different ways and in different avenues. And yeah, I just love it. So
beautiful. Okay, well, can we move on to the next question, which is, can you tell us a little bit more about your chapter without giving away the spoilers?
Okay, so with my chapter, I was really called to share a very big part of my life that actually turned into being a huge transition, and it was stepping out and coming back to myself, my true authentic self, and stepping out of fear, letting fear go. So by allowing fear to not control me anymore, I was able to be a much better mother to my children, but also coming back to myself and not just remembering who I truly was, but discovering a whole new aspect of myself that is the woman that stands before you today and continues to transform as a result of having that massive transition in there.
Oh, that is powerful. And, you know, I even said on the last interview, this, you know, even though our experiences are very, very different, and the topics we're talking about are very, very different, it's like the transformation is very similar. We've gone through some form of struggle and challenge, and definitely lots of fear and pain and suffering. And then what we have gone through to get to the other end, where we're feeling like we are powerful, we do know who we are. It is that way of self-discovery and learning more and dropping the fear and stuff like that. And I think that is very resonant to basically everyone in our book.
Yeah. Fear can lock you. It will absolutely lock you and keep you encased in this little box that gets darker and darker and darker. And unless you are willing to absolutely smash out of that and take the whole heap of courage that you never knew you had, you can live to tell the tale, and your story can inspire others to do so. And that's my dream for me. If I can just help one woman to have the courage to do whatever it is that she's actually needing to do, then that will just fill my heart with joy.
Oh, lovely, lovely. So can you tell us a little bit about what inspired you to become a co-author?
Just having to share that story. So I speak about my children in that and how they're such a huge part of my inspiration. And in order for me to step out of that box and really, really have the courage, like, you know, there's self-doubt in there, there's criticism, there's allowing someone else to have that control of you, completely losing yourself and not recognizing who you are and living on autopilot. Like, that, so we become such masters of using our masks to show the world, hi, yes, I've got it all together. I am, super mom, super woman. I can do this, I can do that. And yet on the inside, you feel like you're absolutely drained, shattering. But yet no one actually knows that, because you're so good and masterful at hiding it from the world. And yet you feel like you're absolutely alone. So to share my story, to help some other women, or, you know, even men if they need it, to be able to go, you know what, I do have a choice here. I can actually find the help that I need to do this. I actually, okay, I may have thought I was alone, but maybe I'm actually not. And I've got that stepping stone to change my situation. And people need to know that they can. Even though you feel like you can't, you actually can. So it's just having that, again, the courage to be able to take that step forward. And I really hope that my story draws that inspiration to do that. And just, even if it's planting seeds, you know, it's seeds that may not have been there before.
Oh my gosh, you brought up some really great stuff in there. You know, this concept of masking and being the martyr is really something we haven't talked about a lot, and it's something that we're starting to really talk about. You know, with masking, it's, and I'll explain it a little bit for the audience. So masking is basically putting on a different mask or a different outside facade to present a certain image of yourself, of what's going on the inside, or what's going on in your family, or what's going on in your workplace. But in reality, it looks very different from the inside. It can be a big struggle, a big challenge, but yet your mask is, I've got everything under control, everything is fantastic, everything is going well. And this is what we have seen a lot in social media, and it has been quite prevalently being talked about on Instagram, where you just get shown the highlight reels, but that's not the reality of how people really live. Did you want to talk a little bit more about that, Christine?
Yeah, sure, go for it. Yeah.
So what do you think, how do I actually put this? Would you be willing to share a mask that you have put on in the past?
Yeah, sure. Okay, playing the dutiful wife. Yes. Everything is fine. Everything is perfect. I've got my 2 beautiful children, and my husband comes home and I have dinner for him and I can get the kids to daycare, I can go to work, come back, and yep, everything's fine. And then no, it actually wasn't. It was, you know, sleeping in separate rooms. You know, my daughter would stay with her dad and I would be tending to my son. So then that way he got sleep and she wasn't disturbed and I could deal with my son quietly and try not to disturb the house. So therefore I wasn't walking on eggshells, or then everybody else was walking on eggshells. So when I actually left my marriage, I had so many people going, oh my God, I had no idea. And it's like, well, why would you? One, it's none of your business. And two, I was embarrassed. I was really, really embarrassed that I had, you know, I became another statistic. There was another divorce there. And, you know, but at the end of the day, by me stop playing the dutiful wife and putting up with being treated the way I was, and took a stand and came back into myself, it was like, well, actually, no, the way I'm being treated is not okay. And I actually wouldn't put up with it if it was from anybody else. So it doesn't make you any better to do that. So you know what? I'm actually shattering this mask now. I'm not going to be the dutiful wife. She is now gone.
Yeah.
So, and it comes back. One thing I do say to a lot of my clients and teach in some of my courses is, you know, we become so adjusted to wearing all these different hats or masks. So, you know, I'm the wife, I'm the mum, I'm the worker, I'm the friend, I'm the daughter. So, but if you pull all of them off, who are you underneath all of that? And because we become so masterful at keeping all of those juggling balls of masks and hats going, we literally lose who we truly are. And then it's like, well, who is she? How can I come back to her? What is it that actually makes me happy that's within myself without having to go outside of myself? So, you know, I'm happy when the dishes are done, or I'm happy when the house is clean. And I'm so, you know, I can look out and just go, oh, but that's outside of yourself. What is it about you within yourself? So what is it that lights you up, that gets your chest bursting open so much, with so much joy, so much love, that you're just like, yes, everything in life is fantastic, and as a result everything flows and goes in and falls into place that way. So what is it that makes you do that? And not many people can say it. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. So, and this is where some of the problems can lie, because people actually don't know how to be them, their joyful self, without having a negative expectation that someone's going to take it away from them. So,
oh, I love it. I had to put myself on mute because, as you can hear, my chickens decided that they want to make some noise in this interview too. I want to quickly share a mask that I have gone through myself, because I think it's only fair that you were a little bit vulnerable and shared a mask that you had. So I think it's fair that I share one too. So something I talk about in my chapter is, you know, trying to be the good girl, and just trying to be what others wanted me to be, and to really play that part really well. I wanted to get good grades, and I wanted to not rock the boat, and I wanted to be the person that seemed like I had everything under control, or seemed like I was succeeding and achieving in the things the things that I wanted to achieve, and all those kinds of things. And in it, I found there was so much racism around me that I was masking the hurt from the exclusion and rejection that I felt from society so greatly, that people didn't even realize that racism was a factor in my life, that racism was something that actually affected me in any way. But it affected me so deeply that I completely lost myself, and I, you know, didn't feel like I belonged anywhere, and I contemplated my existence. That's how deeply it does it, but that's how deceiving masking is. And I now realize, because I was so great at masking that, I couldn't actually ever get the support or the help that I actually needed. And I became that martyr. I kind of felt like, well, I must deserve this. I must be this bad, horrible person that society is building it up to be. That must be me. So this is what I deserve. I deserve to feel the pain. I deserve to feel the shame, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Shush, chickens. I'm getting emotional here, and you're making a heck of a noise. Anyway, let's move on to that last question. So what part of being a co-author do you want to share with the audience? Do you have any aha moments, anything about the process, or anything you discovered about yourself? Just anything you want to share with the audience.
Well, I'm dyslexic. So when it came to structure and, words, and like, it bloody did my head in, to be honest. And I had so many moments where I'm just like, why am I doing this? And I just had to remind myself that, your story matters, your voice matters.
Yes.
You persevere and you will get there. And like meeting yourself and the other co-authors has just been amazing. And I really love the connections that we've made. It's just absolutely beautiful. And, we can throw up a question in our group that's going, help, and someone will help you. It's just created this amazing community. So I feel really blessed and truly honoured to be a part of it. And it's given me the absolute reminder that I matter and my story matters and my process matters. So the way I internalize things and create structure can be very all over the place, but it does work for me until it doesn't. And then it's like, okay, I actually really need to reassess my structure here. But it's all growing and it's all learning, and it's been an interesting journey. And one I have enjoyed.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you so much. That was the last question for today. If you are absolutely loving what Christine is talking about and really resonate with Christine and everything that she's doing, please feel free to follow her. I have put the links to Christine's Facebook page, Instagram page, and website in the description. Please go check her out and, see all the amazing stuff, which is a lot more than the 17 minutes we've been talking on this interview. There's so much more, so much more. And also, if you are interested in purchasing a copy of the book that we're creating, A Woman's Journey to Empowerment, there will be pre-sales soon. So you can join the waitlist. So if you are part of my audience, I have put the link to the join the waitlist on the description. And if you're part of Christine's audience, please get in contact with Christine and join her waitlist for that as well. You'll just be notified when it goes to pre-sale through those waitlists. And that's it, pretty much. Thank you so much for being here. It's been such a pleasure. I feel so honoured to have you and to speak with you and do this interview with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. And yeah, you're just amazing. Keep sharing the light. I love it. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. All right, everyone. Sending you so much love, and bye for now. Bye.